The movie begins with a magician named Daniel showing off his magic tricks. He impresses the girls by using cards and revealing a card on a tall building. The scene then changes to Merritt, an expert in hypnosis. He can make anyone do what he wants by hypnotizing them. After Merritt, Jack enters, dazzling people with his magic tricks on a ship. Towards the end, we spot Henley, performing her magical acts in Los Angeles. An unknown man is closely watching all of them. His identity remains hidden, but we'll find out who he is by the movie's conclusion. All four of them receive tarot cards, which have an ice symbol. The cards also have an address and a date, indicating an invite. They go to the mentioned address and find a locked building. Jack manages to unlock it, and inside, they discover a rose and a container of water. When they place the rose in the water, smoke emerges. Suddenly, a projector starts, showing details of a joint performance. This suggests they should team up. The story moves forward, and a year later, they're all performing together in Vegas. Two new characters are introduced, Arthur and Thaddeus. Arthur backs the show financially and is a big businessman. Thaddeus, on the other hand, tries to uncover the secrets behind the magician's tricks and plans to publicize them. He films their show for this very reason. During their performance, the magicians do several tricks. Their grand finale is a bank heist act. They pick a man from the audience, get his bank information, and invite him to the stage. Daniel hands him a card to sign and asks him to keep it with his show ticket. To make their trick work, Merritt and Jack place a helmet on the man, connecting him to the act. Henley then brings out a machine that can teleport. The man is sent to a bank in Paris using this machine, vanishing from the stage. A bit later, the man reappears on a big screen, much to the audience's amazement. He finds himself in the bank's vault, surrounded by heaps of cash. Following Daniel's instructions, the man leaves his signed card and the show ticket atop the pile of money. Next, he hits a button on his helmet. Suddenly, cash travels through air ducts and rains down on the performance venue. The audience is amazed, and upon inspection, they confirm it's genuine currency. When bank officials inspect the vault, the money is gone, but they do discover the signed card and show ticket. This act of robbery skyrockets the magicians to fame. However, the police apprehend them for the suspected heist. An FBI agent named Dylan takes the lead in the investigation. He collaborates with his partner to question the man who was teleported by the magicians during the heist, but they come up empty. The reason? The magicians had previously hypnotized the man, and he remained under their influence. Dylan's attempts to capture the magicians, referred to as the Horsemen, repeatedly fail. With no evidence against them, the authorities release them. Yet, Dylan is determined to crack this case. In search of answers, he approaches Thaddeus, an exhibitionist magician attending the performance. Their discussion shifts to Lionel Shrike, a once-renowned magician whose reputation crumbled after Thaddeus revealed his secrets. Despite this setback, Lionel persisted, crafting new magical tricks. Tragically, he died during one of these performances. Dylan probes Thaddeus about feeling guilty over Lionel's demise, to which Thaddeus replies that Lionel's own trick was the cause of his death. Thaddeus then sheds light on the bank heist mystery. He reveals that the magicians had pre-hypnotized the man from the audience. The bank's replica was constructed beneath the stage, meaning the man never actually traveled to Paris. Instead, he simply went below the stage, and that stolen money was actually brought there from elsewhere. Thaddeus suggests that the actual theft might have happened when the money was being transferred. They swapped it with fake money, along with the signed card and show ticket. This counterfeit money was crafted from flash paper, meaning it could burn up and vanish quickly. Later, we watch the Horsemen in a new performance. Both Dylan and Thaddeus attend this show. During the act, they invite Arthur, their show's financier, on stage. Daniel prompts the audience to check their bank statements. Simultaneously, Henley displays a hefty check, indicating the sum from Arthur's private bank account, around $140 million. Merritt then asks the audience once more to review their account balances. Astonishingly, their funds are growing. As their money goes up, the amount on Arthur's check dwindles until his account hits zero. The horsemen then explain that the audience members were specifically chosen because they had suffered losses from a natural calamity and were denied insurance claims. The insurance firm responsible? Arthur's. Therefore, the stolen funds were redistributed to these victims. Having shared this, the horsemen disappear from the scene. Dylan tries to catch them, but they manage to elude capture. The following day, Dylan's partner informs him about the Thai, a secret society of magicians. They redistribute wealth from the rich to the needy and work to prevent wrongdoings worldwide. Every century, the Thai recruits 2 or 3 magicians. She speculates that the horsemen might be aiming to join this elite group and wonders if there's a 5th conspirator aiding them. As they discuss, Dylan notices glitches on his phone. On closer inspection, he realizes that it's not his own phone at all. Daniel has Dylan's phone, and every message and call on it was monitored. Through this, Dylan pinpoints the location where the horsemen had stayed for the past year. But by the time he gets there, all evidence is being destroyed, with Jack seen burning papers. The other 3 horsemen have already left, leaving Jack behind. As Dylan confronts him, a struggle ensues. Jack manages to flee with the crucial papers, prompting a high-speed chase with numerous FBI vehicles tailing him. However, a crash happens, leading to Jack's demise. Dylan swiftly retrieves the documents before the car explodes. These papers reveal the horsemen's next target, a private security contractor involved in million-dollar fraud, a case also under Dylan's purview. It becomes clear that Daniel had extracted this data from Dylan's phone. The ill-gotten wealth is stored in a secure vault inside a house. The FBI rushes to guard it, but on arrival, they find the place empty. Further probing reveals Dylan's boss had authorized the vault's transfer, hinting at the horsemen's hypnotic influence. Chasing down the vehicle supposedly transporting the vault, Dylan only finds balloons inside. Soon after, a YouTube video surfaced featuring the horsemen announcing their final, free performance. The FBI, now alert, decides to attend. At the venue, the horsemen broadcast their act from inside the premises using a projector. Moving to the building's rooftop, the FBI attempts to apprehend them. However, they're met with mere decoys. Realizing the trick, they spot the real horsemen on a different building's rooftop. They chatted with their pals before taking a leap from the building. But they weren't really there, they were just holograms. Suddenly, money starts to scatter everywhere. As people scramble to gather the money, an FBI agent realizes it's counterfeit. This poses a new question: if this is not real money, where is it? Just then, Thaddeus approaches his car, locks it, and cash pours out. It becomes evident either he took the money or someone planted it for him. Soon, Thaddeus finds himself arrested. Dylan starts to believe that Thaddeus might be the 5th member of the horsemen's team. In jail, Thaddeus discloses to Dylan his understanding of the horsemen's tricks. He insists Jack isn't dead and explains the car chase was a ruse. He also clarifies the mystery of the missing vault, saying it was hidden by mirrors, and once Dylan was distracted, Jack smashed the mirror, accessing the money. Dylan then questions why someone would fake their death and not even keep the stolen cash. Thaddeus admits he's stumped by this part. Dylan hints he's pieced the puzzle together. As Thaddeus looks away, the movie's twist becomes clear. Dylan quickly exits the jail cell, suggesting Thaddeus might be facing vengeance for exposing Lionel Shrike and ruining his career. He recalls the vault used in the heist was crafted by the same alcohol company linked to the bank the horsemen targeted. Because of a malfunction in the locker, Lionel Shrike met his end. Following Lionel's passing, Arthur's firm didn't provide any insurance for his family. This is why funds were taken from Arthur's account as payback. In their thefts, the horsemen were also exacting revenge for Lionel Shrike. They managed to ensnare everyone, including you. As Thaddeus tries to process this, Dylan quickly steps forward, revealing the movie's big twist: he's the 5th member of the horsemen. It turns out Dylan is Lionel Shrike's son and orchestrated everything to avenge his father and family. The mysterious figure we saw monitoring them at the movie's beginning? It was Dylan. Later, the four horsemen travel to Los Angeles. There, they discover a tree memorializing Lionel Shrike with the emblem of the eye on it. As they place their cards onto it, lights and music spring to life. Dylan appears, and seeing him, the horsemen realize he's brought them together. As the fifth member and part of the Eye organization, Dylan formally welcomes them into the Eye community.